don't let anybody slip away from the net, of this mobilization. So his country people are against him, all of them, and many thousands protested, and with Kremlin put them all in jail. Yeah, like usual.
Yes.
And many of his so-called allies are dead, have been either poisoned or so-called committed suicide or fell from the stairs, fell from the boat, even in the Arctic.
Yes.
Or die on the train or the bus or in the car or any circumstances. They all have said that these are mystery deaths of his so-called allies.
Yes.
Maybe they open their mouths too wide and say something not favorable about the war in Ukraine.
Yes, exactly.
Understand.
They only have to say a sentence or two, and then they'll be hanged, or they'll jump from a high building, or jump from a boat, or jump from wherever, or just die anywhere, anytime. Many of them. And even some of his generals, are also being fired or dismissed or imprisoned even for criticizing the war in Ukraine.
Yes.
Even in the softest words, in the most subdued manner and soft sentences, they still will be killed.
Yes.
So this is not good at all for Putin, but heaven told us already he's not human. So I don't know why people still want to negotiate with him. Even Trump wants to volunteer to go and negotiate with Putin. How can you negotiate with demons?
Yeah, that's
If
right.
he has any human quality in him, he would have changed something, but he did not.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And now they are annexing some of the Ukrainian land because they occupied it in the war, or this month occupied some regions, even though Ukraine has taken back a lot already. Still some are under Russian occupation and making such a sham referendum. We talked about that already, right?
Yes, Master.
Master. Yes.
Just to steal people's land, just to rob people's property, freedom and peace. My God, shameless. Only demons can do this.
Yes, Master.
Humans would have some shame.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, some logic. Oh, this guy, he don't know any shame, any moral, any harmony, any peace, nothing. Just want to kill Ukrainians and his own citizens, and even more through this mobilization.
That's right.
But because humans created so much blood karma, so now it's all demons' work. There are hundreds of thousands of bad demons everywhere to kill humans using different methods.
Wow.
Even monkeypox, before there was nothing, we never heard about it. And now many tens of thousands of people already got it. And 26 died. You saw it on our Supreme Master TV, huh?
Yes. Yes, Master.
For example, like that. And many other diseases, and many new bugs, new insects, new viruses, all kinds of things that people don't even know about. And there was one man, he was just taking some antidepressant medicine, and his skin turned greenish blue.
Wow.
They just saw the hands, for example, and his skin turned greenish brown.
Wow.
People take antidepressants everywhere in the world. People have taken them already many times. Many people, and nothing happened.
Yes.
Now everything just happens out of nowhere. And humans still don't learn, don't stop. being violent or indirectly violent, killing all the innocent animals, people. And they are eating them and getting sick, getting bad karma, having war, getting pandemics, epidemics, and all kinds of things like that. Also, all this Ukrainian war happened thanks to NATO refusing Ukraine membership, and thanks to whomever supported that decision from NATO obstructing Ukraine getting into NATO.
Right.
So now NATO has an excuse not to go in there and fight and have Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
But the Ukrainians, they're truly brave, truly good. All that, and they still taking back thousands of square kilometers of the occupied land from Russia.
Yes.
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 Even though they sacrifice so much, but they still continue doing it. And so, for the new draft, they just draft anybody, even an old man. An old man with whatever disease is on the internet. Something like that, even. An old man drafted.
Wow.
And now if people flee across the border, they install some office there to catch them, to draft them right there at the border.
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
But this will only be killing the Russians more.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
The Kremlin, or this devil, so-called Putin, is really pushing his citizens out to die, putting them in harm's way, in death's way.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
There are people trying to flee the country, and even those who are successfully forced into the military service will be poorly motivated, very little training, and they don't have the equipment to give to them. So they're just going to be cannon fodder thrown into this conflict, which is, again, why they want to leave the country rather than be put in that situation.
As if before the draft, not enough soldiers had died or suffered or been wounded.
Yes, Master.
As if he has not made enough widows already of his own young woman citizens, young and old alike. Any leaders, not just Putin, are well protected.
Yes, Master.
Well protected by the whole lot of armies and the whole lot of security men, bodyguards and whatnot, and bulletproof, bomb-proof cars, private jets, and Air Force 1, 2, 3, whatever special.
Yes, Master.
So nothing will happen to them. Rarely anything at all will happen to them. Only the poor citizens die. Only the citizens suffer. The economy collapses and inflation or trouble, no food heater in winter and no food in summer.
Yes, Master.
That's why they just sit there on the sofa and point fingers, do this, do that. And whoever dare oppose them will go to prison or be killed or be murdered or die mysteriously, etc. You know that already.
Yes.
Many of Putin's allies, if they utter something against the war or not even against, will say, how about if we stop or whatever, then they die. They will die mysteriously.
Yes.
And the government will say, oh, this man committed suicide or just fell down from the 15th floor like that by himself, or just suffocated because of sickness or whatever, or whatever, yeah?
Yes.
So far this year, 14 Russian or Russian-connected businessmen have died in suspicious circumstances.
What are the odds that two Russian oligarchs with connections to the Kremlin and the oil industry decide to kill themselves within 24 hours of each other? And what are the odds that four have since done so since Putin invaded Ukraine?
Another mysterious death of someone who spoke out against Putin's war. Ravel Maganov. He was the boss of one of Russia's major oil companies, Lukoil, And just recently, his company called for an end to the conflict in Ukraine.
Ivan Pechorin, managing director of the Corporation for the Development of the Far East and the Arctic. On September 10th, regional media reported that he was found drowned. There were some reports about possible boating accident, but there is mystery around this and suspicion. Suspected suicide, reported stabbing, suspected suicide, reported stabbing, murder-suicide, falling from window.
A lot of these people seem to be falling out of windows, which is the official excuse here as well. So it seems that windows in Russia is literally the most dangerous place you can possibly be. But in all seriousness, this is a really ham-fisted way to intimidate the opposition, to make sure that everyone knows that anyone that even thinks about speaking out against the regime, against the war in Ukraine, is going to come to an untimely death.
USA Today put out an incredible report back in 2017 in which they documented 38 cases of prominent Russians who had died suspiciously in the previous 3 years. They included 10 high-profile critics of Putin, 7 diplomats, 6 associates of Kremlin power brokers, 13 military or political leaders involved in the conflict over eastern Ukraine. 12 were shot, stabbed, or beaten to death. 6 were blown up. 1 died of mysterious head injuries. 1 reportedly slipped and hit his head in a public bath. 1 was hanged in a jail cell, and 1 died after drinking coffee, end quote. The other 16 were reported as either natural causes or unknown. The Committee to Protect Journalists says that in the 22 years that Putin has been in power, 25 Russian journalists have been murdered. A whole bunch of them apparently just fell out of windows.
Many of Putin's so-called close allies are dead.
Oh, yeah.
And some army generals are fired or maybe dead soon, who knows? Yeah, first fired and then maybe dead. Accidentally, yeah? Car accident. Or even die in the Arctic. They fell down from the yacht or whatever. How? Huh? And die? Just like that? Not just falling down from the high building in the city, but even in the Arctic. No building until can fall and die. Yeah, you know all that. Terrible. I just always shake my head whenever I have to pass through all this news. I just shake my head. Humans are so pitiful. My God, please wake up, please wake up, please wake up.
Master, there's bad news. In Iran, a woman died after being beaten by the police over the hijab law. She failed to meet the strict hijab rules on women's dress. And she was violently arrested by the police and died.
Yeah, I know that. It's very sad. I've been sad in tears after that. Such a bad news. You know, the government of Iran has to do something. Otherwise, this incident will cause more people death. Right now, maybe 17 people die already. The woman went out to protest. 17 people died already because of protesting, because of maybe scuffle with the police or something. But there will be more deaths if the government doesn't set the record right.
At least 17 people have been killed in Iran as unrest flares across the country over the death of a Kurdish woman while in police custody. While the official death toll is at 17, which includes 5 security personnel, a rights group says it has counted at least 31 civilian deaths.
Anti-Iranian government protests are spreading across the world following the death of a 22-year-old woman in police custody earlier this month. Activists say Iranian forces have killed at least 76 protesters during several days of unrest. In the nation, hundreds have been arrested.
These police people call themselves morality police, but they don't have morals.
Yes.
They cannot be let off the hook like that, because this will make a bad reputation for the whole of Iran.
Yes.
And people will be afraid to do business there or to go there. I would be afraid. I'm afraid to go there, truly. Some time ago, I was in one of the Arab countries, but I wasn't afraid because in that country, some people or the tourists don't wear any hijab, the scarf, over the head, yes?
Yes.
I saw many people didn't wear it, and they also wore anything they wanted near the beach. They also wore bikini or shorts or something like that. Not inside the restaurant, of course, but on the beach they can, and on the street they just wear, normal, and they don't wear a scarf, But I did wear the scarf, and I worry that I didn't wear it correctly. The reason I wore the scarf, the hijab, was because I wanted to show respect for that country's custom.
Yes, understand, Master.
Even if I like it or not like it, I wore it because I was in their country. I just happened to pass by that country, and then I just felt like I should stay a little while there.
Yes, Master.
Because the people are very nice. They do their job properly everywhere, and you feel love from them. You don't have the feeling like, okay, I'm Asian, I'm not their countryman. No, I did not feel like that. They made me feel very loved, very welcome. Yeah, very, very welcome.